Kieran Verstegen, see him now. He had a couple aces against FDU the other day. Kelly sets it up. Go to Wells, who drew the start here. Back set. And Mellon. Got a nice little rally here. Off the high hands, it's a kill for Jake Watts.
That's a great off high hands kill, especially for a block as large as that in front of him.
One of the things that, talking to St. Thomas Aquinas coach Tiago Lopez, not only just the size of the Princeton block, the speed of the blocker is what he was concerned with. As that hits the line, that's an ace. So Verstegen found the floor to make it 3-1. Vina playing outside, a middle for Princeton. We saw him a lot outside last night. As that block is wide of the line. Pretty ideal first 5 points for the Spartans.
Right, what's interesting about Princeton's side is that they have no set positions. It seems that Coach Szwast likes to mix it up. Vina was seen playing mostly middle and right side last night, but now he's on the outside and we've got Wells in the middle. So
Princeton will host here in 2 weeks. Nolan Kelly serving. And that swings a little long from David Weiss. One of the things Princeton did especially well last night was convert from the service line. 9 aces in 3 sets, spread amongst 7 Tigers.
Yeah, what I like about the Tigers is that their variety in serving types. I mean, you see a lot of guys in college volleyball are very focused on the aggressive topspin, but the float serve can be very effective too. So I like how they mixed it up on this side.
Certainly have a variety of speeds when you have a Tristan Whitfield who can really put a lot of velocity on his serves, and then some of the other guys like Kelly. The dig from Alviar was well done, pushed over by Werner. And that's just a little wide from Elon Tapper.
Lots of aggressive errors in the start of this.
So that is the second attack error for the Spartans. No kills yet for Princeton. 2 service errors, 2 attack errors from their counterparts. It's a strong serve from Vina. Kelly. And he goes to Wells. There's the first Tiger kill. They get within 1.
It's a great job by Kelly pulling the blockers. Having Wells on only 1 block up there.
Sophomore out of Davis, California, Ethan Wells. As Vina back to serve. Frank back sets. Block was there from Wells and Werner. Try the other side. And that found the floor. Kelly with great effort, but to no avail. And St. Thomas Aquinas scores another. Jacob Szwast, freshman out of Germany. Alviar up for Werner. And that was muscled over by Todorov. Blocked right back down and in play. Luis Grat with the block and the point, denying Mellon.
Great defensive effort by the Spartans.
Seeing a very energized Spartans team so far. And a little too strong on the touch. And the Spartans name another. And only 1 kill on their 6 points. Vina with the dig, well done. Find Werner, and that's back down. Frank gets up there, the setter, he stands at 6'5". He can elevate as St. Thomas Aquinas cracks double figures. Elon Tapper, a freshman out of Garfield, New Jersey, on this primarily international team. And there's a big swing from Frank. Here's Mellon. Todorov got the first touch. Great adjustment from Frank, and the put away from Grant.
That's a sneaky set. Pulled the blockers. Left his middle with no blocks up.
Marcus Frank dished out 51 assists in that 5-setter against FDU this week. Off the joust. It looked like Kelly went across. Andrew Werner. Strong, powerful serve. But tipped over. David Weiss with the kill.
The passing on the Spartan side is very impressive in this start of the game.
So they were here during the fall, and they played Princeton very well in what was a tight match here during that fall season. So now here in the regular season, they feel like they can compete, and they've shown it here in this first. Mellon puts it down for the Tigers. Here's Verstegen. Kelly waits for it, and he's got Werner. And it's a Tiger point.
And that play with the Bick coming from the middle back, in the middle, in the front row, jumping up is one of Princeton's most used plays, especially to get out of serve receive in that rotation that is so easy to get stuck in.
Here's Kelly. Frank from Todorov. Go back to Mellon. Blocked down. It's a Tiger point. Vina and Wells use their size in the middle.
Kelly to serve for the Tiger.
Ryan Vina standing at 6'7". Ethan Wells at 6'8".
Interesting how both teams are using triple blocks on outsides.
Frank. And that'll do. It's Elon Tapper on the kill. And to that point you just mentioned, Taylor, what do you think the reasoning for that is? What are they trying to accomplish?
I think it seems that both teams have pretty strong outsides, even though number 11, Shao, his height, or sorry, number 11, Tapper, his height is not as grand as our Princeton outsides, but he's really able to swing and hit that sharp cross, and so putting another player up there on the block is really an effective way to cut that cross shot and give him some more trouble out there. And then obviously on the Princeton side, we have Vina playing the outside, and he's just one of the tallest players on the court, so it's pretty difficult for the back row to defend around that block if there's not more than 4 hands up. So it's a great strategy when trying to stop an outside hitter.
Kelly up for Werner, and that's through the block. To your last point, it's combined 7 service errors in the first set between these two teams. And let's see what Ethan Wells has on his serve. And there's the strong block of Whitfield on display.
In matches like this, a block like that definitely can change the momentum, so we'll see how St. Thomas can respond.
St. Thomas Aquinas back-to-back East Coast Conference champs. Last year ran the table in their conference play. And that's wide, and it was not touched. Grat off the mark. So Princeton closing back in here within a point. Tigers in the midst of an 8-4 run. That's off of Wells, and that will not stay in. That is a fiery swing to put the Spartans up 2.
As a women's player, it's impressive to see how much they utilize their back row offense and the aggression that they're able to swing at back there.
That's for Stegan, who we talked about in our open on that kill. Back set for Mellon. Oh, a little soccer, stays alive. Try it again. This time Whitfield shuts it down. Tigers love setting their middles, and Tristan Whitfield with his second kill of the set. Mellon. Frank with an excellent set to find Grat for the kill.
Frank has been great at getting these passes that might be a little bit tight to the net and utilizing them and setting his hitters up well.
It feels like really there's any ball, he knows where to go with it. He's been terrific this set. And trouble in serve receive there. That is an ace for Grat. First we're seeing of Jeremiah Arrow, Princeton freshman pin out of Orland Park, Illinois, just outside Chicago. Set the back row. Alvear is there. Arrow, and they're able to get it out of the net. Frank. Blocked. That stays in. Princeton is surviving this rally.
Pretty hectic rally.
Vina. And no one's returning that. Princeton staves off the Spartans to get within one.
Yeah, that was a great rally. Very competitive defensive effort from both teams, but Vina was able to power through that block and end the point.
Jacob Szwast looked like he'd put it away a couple times. Great hustle from the Tigers. They could tie it here. Andrew Werner serving. And Vina. Go back to him. Block back this way. And it will be a Spartan point.
Spartans are really disciplined at the net tonight. Their block has looked extremely solid, and they've been able to shut some of the hitters down on Princeton's side. So we'll see how they're able to respond and if they can find a way to score it through that block.
21-19, St. Thomas Aquinas, they're 4 away from taking a 1-set-to-none lead. Daston at center right now. Block back, another point for the Spartans. David Weiss in the middle of things. Their 6'7" junior from Germany.
And if you see the Spartans' hands, I mean, they're just completely over the net, grabbing the ball almost from Princeton's side. So.
Das for Arrow. That'll do. Jeremiah Arrow the kill and a side out for the Tigers. If Tristan Whitfield's able to find some accuracy on this serve, that could be trouble for St. Thomas Aquinas. Frank, the back set. Warner locates Vina, and there's a free ball. Frank, and that put away by Verstegen.
We haven't seen much from the right side on the Spartan side, but seems like they're trying to find some other ways to score.
Talked about how Verstegen had 29 kills the other night. That was his second of the set. They haven't gone to him as much. And Wells gets it done for the Tigers. They set the middle, and Ethan Wells puts it away. Arrow coming out for Kelly, and Mellon in for Dast. Misses the mark. Nolan Kelly. That's an ace for Kelly. We're tied at 23 apiece.
Yeah, and that serve by Kelly is just an example of how sometimes placement can be more effective than power in this game. I mean, a drop float serve like that can really get the other team out of their feet.
Frank sets it, and through the back row attack, they get it done.
25-21, or in this case, looks like we're gonna have to go to 26.
Tapper, big swing, put right back, off of Alviar. Mellon is there. Alviar, back over. The point continues. The short set from Frank was handled. Kelly tries Warner over the top, block back. And it is a Princeton point that went into the antenna. It is a Tiger point, and Princeton will have set point. Looking to seal the deal for set one. A service error for St. Thomas Aquinas on their set point, turned it back. Princeton got that one over. Off of Vina. Kelly for Alviar was pushed over. And there is that cross-court attack. Tapper has been lethal in that spot. The ball was out. Princeton will get the call. So it was a successful challenge.
Good decision by Coach Sam Szwast.
And that will be the set. Tigers take set one. 26-24. Frank. And he teased that one up. It was not touched. And just a little off the mark from Verstegen. Princeton led by 3 kills from Andrew Warner so far. A trio of Spartans with 3 kills on their tab. Kelly serving again. Frank, go right back to Verstegen, and this time he delivers.
That was almost completely over Princeton's block, so Verstegen has an impressive vertical and swing up there on the outside.
Off the lefty serve from Frank. Blocked right back down. Warner up there with Wells. Verstegen. Kelly. And they go to Warner. And he misses. Princeton trying to hit him with that cross-court shot that's been working so well for St. Thomas Aquinas, and they're outside Elon Tapper. Go to Mellon, off of Todorov, and he will loop it back over on the free ball. Go back
Looks
to
like
Mellon.
He might have hit his shin on the stands there. Able to step in.
Todorov, the first touch off the Wells serve. Go to Tapper, there's that cross-court missile off the scoreboard and down for the point. Feels like every swing from Tapper has been that shot, and there has not been a response to it.
Right, he's definitely an outside who loves to turn that thumb up and hit that cross shot aimed at the libero. So I think Princeton was on the right track using the triple block, but can't always get it up. So he's had a lot of success in that shot, and I think he'll continue to use it as long as it's successful.
Seems like a wise move as Tristan Whitfield evens the score up. Vina serves. Todorov dug it out. And blocked out. St. Thomas Aquinas with the point off the swing from Jacob Szwast.
Despite Princeton's aggressive serves, the Spartans' passing and first touches have been extremely impressive and set them up for success at the net.
Strong serve from Szwast. Go outside to Mellon, and he hits home. Owen Mellon with the kill for Princeton, his third. And last night it was Tristan Whitfield and Owen Mellon tying for 8 kills aside in that sweep over Merrimack. Whitfield, with that kill moments ago, is now 3 kills on 3 swings, so he's batting 1,000 this weekend. That's 11 kills on 13 swings over 4+ sets. That is a St. Thomas Aquinas point there.
For a middle, that's definitely an impressive numbers, being such a key offensive tool for your team. Whitfield definitely is giving Princeton a way out.
This is Elon Tapper serving. It's kind of really powerful serve. Warner gets the point for Princeton. We're tied 6-6.
Wow.
And that's off of Alvear's shoulder. It's a kill from Jacob Szwast.
Impressive use of the back row by number 14, Joaquim Lahara, backsetting from the opposite side of the court to the back row. I mean, the accuracy that you have to do that.
Meanwhile, Warner goes off the opposing libero, Todorov, and gets the kill. You talked about Lahara there, Taylor. He's, again, the setter that comes in with Frank being tended to after trying to keep a rally going, running into the stands and looking to bang his leg. And he's getting looked at now, so that's a new setter mid-set for St. Thomas Aquinas. Here he sets it. And they get the point off the set as Kieran Verstegen puts it away.
And you would think that having a new setter come in would make more of a difference, but it seems like he's running the offense just as well. The Spartans are able to have success at the net.
Vina. And he goes cross court. That's a winner. Back and forth we go here in the second set. Ethan Wells serving for Princeton. Kelly leaves it for Mellon. Little finesse shot, drops it in.
Great strategy by Mellon, seeing the triple block in front of him. Just avoiding error by tipping it over.
Overpass and a kill from Whitfield off the back of the head of Lahara.
Wow, that was straight down to Lahara's head.
Yeah, that ball is coming in fast, and that short of space between the two. It's going to feel that one.
I would not want to be under that ball.
Mellon Todorov gets his body in the way. Kelly. Back row attack from Warner. It was not touched. It's a St. Thomas Aquinas point.
Princeton not having as much success from the back row attack as they were last night against Merrimack. I think the defense on Spartan side has picked up on it.
Vina. Off of Weiss for the point. So Marcus Frank, the starting setter for St. Thomas Aquinas, he's off the bench now, taped up on that leg, and we'll see if he comes back in and when he comes back in, as Lahara remains the setter for now for St. Thomas Aquinas. Princeton freshman Sebastian Dast is in to serve. Coming off a gap year in the Netherlands, hardworking, energetic, and he's appeared in every match this year for the Tigers.
Looks like Coach Szwast likes to switch between 5-1 with Mellon, or sorry, 5-1 with Nolan Kelly, and then sometimes throwing in Arrow and Daste to mix it up as a 6-2.
And he talked about it, trying different things as Szwast puts it away to pull the Spartans back within one. That is a laser.
Wow.
Serious heat on that serve. It's an ace.
Does go over. It's quite a force.
And that's down for a Mellon ace. And to that last point, it's not like tennis where you get a first serve and a second serve. You only get one, so
right.
There's a balance there. We've seen the aggressive serves on both sides, but the service errors have stacked up.
Great pass.
And there's a kill for Lewis Gratt, the freshman middle.
Great pass by Verstegen. A pretty aggressive serve.
So Elon Tapper serving. Dast. Warner. Tap that over. Verstegen goes back row.
One arm save by Mellon.
And that's a point right back to the middle. Lewis Gratt heating up. Fifth kill for Lewis Gratt. Him, Szwast, and Verstegen each with 5. Tapper's got 4, so they're really going a lot of different places with their swings.
Yeah, and I think that's giving Princeton's block a little bit of trouble, and it's hard to know where to go and who to focus on this team when you have so many offensively aggressive players. Spartans are definitely picking up momentum.
Tapper fits the bill there. Tapper's 5th kill. Whoa, what a serve. Dast kept it alive. Arrow places it over. And there's the kill. Verstegen puts it away, but Princeton will go on to win 26-24. Tapper waits for it. Wants Verstegen. And that's another point for the Spartans. The Spartan libero Todorov comes off as Gratt will serve. Alvear leaves it for Warner. Into the block.
Great cover by Wells.
And it's tipped over. And that was a double contact. Here's Kelly. Lahara got that set for Szwast. And that's long. Princeton leads. Kelly serves. Lahara off the joust for Stegen is stopped. Goes through the triple block. And it is a Spartan point. We're tied.
Great decision by Verstegen, taking some power off and just trying to find the elbows and arms of that triple block. Seeing if he can get it to the ground on Princeton side.
It's the timing. St. Thomas Aquinas going against this block is really emphasized this week. Todorov back to Verstegen. And that's put away by Szwast.
Lahara is able to reverse the flow and use the right side once he sees that Verstegen has pretty heavy triple block on the outside.
Yeah, Lahara has come in and he's really run a pretty clean offense this set. After the starting setter, Frank, went out with the injury. Mellon up and over. And that's set offline. That's a Princeton point. St. Thomas Aquinas is hitting .458 this set. 15 kills, 3 errors on 24 swings. Princeton hitting .381.
Both of those numbers are very impressive.
Yes.
But, I mean, fours is, you can see the difference in momentum, especially this set for the Spartans, even though their starting setter, Frank, is down. They've still been able to be very offensive.
Yes, that was a misfire that time from Verstegen. Werner, senior serving. One of the key offensive threats this year for the Tigers. And blocked right back. Princeton point, Wells. 19th ranked Tigers. Winners of 3 straight points, trying to make it 4. And Werner does just that with an ace. The Spartans of St. Thomas Aquinas have been up to the task tonight, but find themselves once again down here late in the set. Lahara back sets. Kelly back row from Werner. Try Mellon. And Alvear unable to get to it. It found the floor, and St. Thomas Aquinas will have the point.
Impressive defense by the Spartans. I mean, Princeton definitely has the advantage of height, but it seems that the Spartans have the advantage of speed and placement of the ball.
Alvear goes to Mellon. Adjustment from Verstegen. There's Tapper. And it was not touched. He's gone almost exclusively cross court, but he tried a little misdirection that time, and it didn't quite work out.
Ethan Wells to serve.
Princeton by 2, 3 points away from going up 2 sets to none. Here's Ethan Wells. Lahara, short set blocked. Todorov.
Oh, great save.
Back to Whitfield, puts it away. Tristan Whitfield has been automatic. Setters really across the board. Whitfield hammers it down. Set point on tap.
Princeton. Set point. Princeton Wells to serve.
Glad nobody got hit with that time.
And Whitfield catching the back of the head of Joaquin Lahara earlier this set on one of his 6 kills. Wells takes a breath to try and close the door. Lahara, Szwast blocked, out of bounds. Spartans stay alive.
David Weiss to serve.
So David Weiss here. He's gonna try and keep his team in the hunt. Mellon, a vicious back row swing to finish the set. Owen Mellon gets it done. The Tigers finish the second with a 25-21 set 2 victory. It'll be St. Thomas Aquinas starting off the set with their setter, Marcus Frank, back in after he went out early in the second set with an injury. Taped up and back to action for him as Mellon terminates the point, and Princeton gets the first one of the set. Owen Mellon for Princeton. Powerful serve. Szwast off the top of the block and through for the point.
Impressive how he was able to get over one of Princeton's biggest blockers, Tristan Whitfield.
Szwast, his 8th kill. Him and Verstegen each tie for the team high. Weiss serves. Kelly goes to Warner. Set Szwast, and the tip shot for the kill.
Weiss to serve.
David Weiss serving. Kelly goes for the center stone. He puts it away.
And that's a perfect pass by libero. Alviar off of a great serve.
First attack from Kelly tonight, and it's a good one. Tristan Whitfield gets that serve down for the ace.
Princeton. Whitfield to serve.
And that serve was just heading downward, and at that velocity, a tough one to dig out. So Bennett had the block. And free ball from Warner. Frank, backset Szwast. And that was not touched. Princeton point.
Princeton.
Great defensive effort on Princeton's side.
Whitfield to serve.
And Tristan Whitfield back to it. Off the tape, and he's recovered. Tapper, that's been their go-to when they can get him on the pin and he can go with that cross shot. Not much you can do.
Yeah, I mean, Alviar's back there on the cross court, but it's a lot of court to cover when, especially when there's only 2 blockers up in front of Tapper. I mean, his arm is just able to.
As Arrow gets the kill for Prince. Jeremiah Arrow with his 2nd kill of the night.
Nolan Kelly.
Seeing him mix in to provide another option for the Tigers on offense. Nolan Kelly. And Princeton point. Tapper missed 5 that time.
Princeton.
Yep, Tapper's definitely going for that hard cross shot.
It's Nolan Kelly. Quality serve, Tapper. Going to work, but long. Kelly goes to Mellon. And it's a Tiger point. 8-5 Princeton.
Got two freshmen in the front row, Arrow and Bennett.
Andrew Warner. Frank. Szwast with the kill. Nice response from the Spartans.
One thing that's helped the Spartans stay so close to Princeton, especially on the scoreboard, is their ability to side out so quickly and prevent Princeton from getting on these long runs.
Short set, and it's Bennett with the kill for Princeton. So seeing the freshman get some work here in the third, and he makes good on it. Bobby Bennett with the kill. Had one ace last night. And the block was ready for Verstegen. Princeton claims another point.
Looks like the triple block is back. An attempt to stop Verstegen on the outside.
Some more Bobby Bennett here. Off of Warner, Kelly pushes to Mellon. Off the joust, it comes right back. And put away by the setter, Frank. He's got a strong left arm.
Yeah, and we haven't seen that many offensive plays from either setter on Princeton or St. Thomas Aquinas, so interesting to see Frank up at the net swinging.
Standing at 6'5", he certainly can hold his own up there. As Arrow bloops it over. Todorov for Verstegen. And Alvear off the dig. It ended up being an overpass. And there's Dast on the serve. And it's an ace. Sebastian Dast gives Princeton a 4-point lead. As a team that is Princeton's 5th ace of the day. Dast again. Szwast misses. Alvear over for Mellon. Couldn't flip it over. Dast for Vina. And that's a Princeton point to go up 3.
Great setup by Dast to Vina. He was able to get a crisp line shot.
And first we're seeing of Jack Phelps tonight. Someone who could see a lot of time in his freshman year as a serving sub. He's got a strong arm, and we'll see him serve it right here. Szwast wide. Princeton point. St. Thomas Aquinas, they've been very competitive, but starting to run out of points here, down 4 as this third set goes along. Lost the first set by 2, second set by 4. And Weiss, that'll do off the short set from Frank.
Yep, again, the Spartans' ability to keep themselves in system with the pass and get their setter in a good position has allowed them to side out much faster.
Weiss. Zast is there. And Warner, it was indeed touched. So the Tigers go up 15-11, and Tristan Whitfield gets the serve. Whitfield, one of 5 Tigers with an ace tonight.
Up with the foot by Szwast.
Vina off the block and off the ceiling. It's a Tiger point. So nearly a second ace for Whitfield, but Vina puts it away for the kill.
Whitfield to serve.
Vina's 5th kill. Mellon and Warner tied for the team high with 7 aside. And that misses. Tristan Whitfield. Got that serve over. And Dast woken right up. Grant with the kill right off the body. Jacob Szwast. Overpass. And that'll quickly help the Spartans get right back into it. It was Tapper on the put away.
Extremely fast arm swing he has.
That's his 8th kill. He has 7 errors, but when he connects, he can do some damage. Szwast serves off of Vina. And they go to Warner here. Goes soft shot. Princeton recovers. Block is there, and that's a Tiger point.
I think Princeton's defense has definitely been making the difference for them in this set.
Lead back to 5 for the Tigers. Warner and Bennett got up on the block. Ryan Vina serves. Frank finds Tapper, and he's able to sneak that through. Hard shot from Elon Tapper for his 9th kill.
Yeah, I think he took advantage of setter Dast up at the net. Always want to target a setter when they're up at the net, not as tall or physical as the right side.
Alvear with an impressive dig. There's Vina. Warner. And did that hit the line? No, it's out. Princeton point. Warner off the tape. Vina gets it done.
Overpass.
And Princeton cannot survive it. It's a kill for St. Thomas Aquinas. Tigers have to be careful not to gift too many points to the opposition here. Grant Dast. Warner. And that's another one. Kill number 9 for Andrew Warner, leading the way for the Tigers tonight.
Whitfield returns to the lineup for the Tigers.
First we're seeing of Joaquim Petagroso, sophomore out of Orlando, Florida, for St. Thomas Aquinas.
It looks like they're trying to mix up their offense.
Bennett. And he hits home. It's an ace for Bennett.
Looks like that dropped right in the corner.
Perfect placement. Bennett with aces in back-to-back matches. Once again, he tried to hug that line. Dast up for Mellon. And a little bit of turbulence there. With St. Thomas Aquinas running out of opportunities. Mellon blocked out of bounds. It is match point Tigers.
If the toss is just a little bit too forward, it's easy to creep into the court.
Petagroso. And that's wide, and that is the match. Service error closes the door. Tigers sweep the Spartans. Princeton wraps this up. They win 26-24, 25-21, and 25-18.